Today we're starting something new on our channel. Together, we'll unravel the history of one of our most beloved decks and discover how the Piquet deck has evolved over time. Are you ready for a journey into the past? Let's go. The Piquet deck has a long history spanning several centuries and is closely linked to the evolution of French aristocracy, card games, and the art of divination. Although today it is primarily known as a 32-card deck used for the game of Piquet, its journey through time is filled with political influences, bans, royal decrees, and esoteric interpretations. The earliest forms of the deck in France, during the 13th and 14th centuries. The origins of the deck in the West. Playing cards were introduced to Europe in the 14th century, most likely by the Mamluks of Egypt via Spain and Italy. The earliest cards had an Eastern aesthetic without face cards and were decorated with abstract designs and Arabic motifs. Around 1377, historical records from Freiburg, Germany, mentioned the presence of playing cards in Europe. Around the same period, the first French cards à jour, appeared in France, soon evolving into various variations, the first royal decree on playing cards. In 1392, Charles VI of France, also known as the Mad, is said to have commissioned a luxurious hand-painted deck from the artist Jacquemin Gringoneur. By 1422, during the reign of Charles VII, playing cards began to be mass-printed in France, making them more accessible. The establishment of Piquet as a royal game during the 16th and 17th centuries. The origin of the name Piquet. The name Piquet first appeared in the 16th century and likely derives from the French verb piquer, to stab, to strike, referring to the act of attacking and deducting points in the game. Piquet becomes a favorite game of nobles. Henry IV of France, 1553 to 1610, was a great lover of playing cards and often played Piquet in the royal courts. Louis XIII, 1610 to 1643, promoted the standardization of French playing cards with face cards adopting historical and mythological references. The strategic nature of Piquet. Piquet became established as a game of strategy, emphasizing memory and calculation of moves, distinguishing it from other games of chance. The Golden Age of Piquet, during the 17th and 18th centuries. The greatest flourishing of the Piquet deck occurred during the 17th and 18th centuries, when it became synonymous with French aristocracy and was associated with high society. Piquet at the court of Louis XIV, the Sun King. Louis XIV, 1643 to 1715, had one of the most magnificent courts in European history, and Piquet became an essential game for the aristocracy. The king imposed strict rules on the game and preferred to play only with distinguished courtiers. The first professional playing cards with luxurious decorations were created for wealthy French nobles. In 1789, during the French Revolution, the deck was associated with the monarchy, and its use declined drastically. Many nobles continued to play Piquet in secret clubs. Napoleon Bonaparte, 1769 to 1821, loved cards but preferred games of chance. He allowed the use of Piquet, but its popularity declined. In the early 1900s, fortune tellers began using Piquet for predictions and occult practices. The famous fortune teller of Napoleon, Mille Lenormand, is believed to have used a variation of Le Petit Étayer in combination with interpretations of floweromancy, coffee reading, and tea leaf divination. Others believe she used a form of Piquet as a divination tool. During the 20th century, Piquet survived as a classic French game, but it was also used in occult circles. Today, the Piquet deck is used mainly in France and Belgium for strategy games. In divination, it is considered an alternative method of cartomancy, mainly by traditional French cartomancers. Although it does not have the same recognition as tarot, it remains a powerful divination tool for those who know how to use it properly. The Piquet deck has a very complex history, spanning royal courts, prohibitions, secret clubs, and occult salons, remaining to this day one of the most historic and significant card games. The deck consists of 32 cards. As the 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are removed from each suit, the remaining cards are as follows: Ace, King, Queen, Jack, 10, 9, 8, and 7. The removal of the low numbers emphasizes stronger and more intense energies. This makes it ideal for divination, as each card has a stronger meaning. The use of the Piquet deck in divination began with French occultists of the 18th century, especially after the popularity of Etilia, who developed prediction systems based on the original form of Piquet by altering the symbolism and adding a blank white card, creating Le Petit Etilia. Mademoiselle Lenormand used a modified version of Piquet for her predictions. Papus, also known as Dr. Gerard Encausse, connected the deck with Kabbalistic interpretation and the principles of Western mystical tradition. The Piquet deck is divided into 4 French suits, each with a deep symbolic meaning in cartomancy. Hearts represent love, emotions, and relationships. Spades signify obstacles, challenges, and intelligence. Diamonds correspond to the material world, money, and career. Clubs symbolize creativity, energy, and social interactions. King stands for authority, control, and an influential man. The Queen represents a woman with an important role in the querent's life. The Jack signifies a young person, a messenger, and news or messages. Numbered cards: Ace, new beginnings, strong energy; 10, completion, success, or the end of a cycle; 9, passion, intensity, strong decisions; 8, communication, travel, adaptability; 7, warning, thought before action. Famous predictions with the Piquet deck. Marie Antoinette is rumored to have received a warning prediction through the Piquet deck a few days before her arrest. Napoleon Bonaparte is said to have had an advisor who used Piquet to guide him in decisions. During the French Revolution, many military officers and aristocrats turned to the divinatory art of Piquet to foresee their fate. Piquet today. The Piquet deck remains alive both in card games and cartomancy. Fortune tellers still use its traditional methods, adapting them to modern divination. Well-known divination systems based on Piquet. Grand Jeu by Breteau and not Mille Lenormand, as many believe. Commercially, however, it remained known as Small and Large Lenormand. Also, the pyramid spread. The Piquet deck is an ancient tool with royal origins, divinatory secrets, and mystical connections. From French aristocrats to modern fortune tellers, it remains a powerful symbol of divination. This is the story of Piquet, a story filled with mystery, strategy, and fortune-telling. From the royal courts of France to secret clubs and occult salons, the Piquet deck has endured through the centuries. A game of intelligence and intuition that transformed into a tool of divination, remaining today a precious link between the past and the present. Each card holds a story, each game a revelation. For those who know how to read its symbols, Piquet is not just a game, it is a journey into the secrets of fate. This video is just the beginning. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to leave your thoughts in a comment, hit subscribe, and share. More exciting videos are coming, filled with mystery, history, and hidden secrets from the world of cards. Stay tuned. Expect more videos exploring the history of important methods and legendary decks.